Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you hey okay? In your neck of the woods? What up? What up? Manners and respect, man. Are your girl, Debbie from Donga Yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome once more. It is the Jamaican Cooking Journey. If you're new right on over here, there's always a special welcome waiting for you. Thank you so very much. And those of you who are there with me from the beginning of this cooking journey and you're still here, manners and respect. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'm going to be sharing something with you where probably some people is going to say, "Who? I didn't know that." We're going to be sharing with you today fried chicken and some hard-boiled food, Jamaican hard-boiled food, fried chicken and Jamaican hard-boiled food. Yeah. People might say, "Me never know fried chicken and food could I go together." Yeah, I'm going to show you how to get some chicken fried off properly and to make some nice gravy. And we're going to be cooking some cornmeal dumplings. We're going to be cooking some green boiled bananas. And we're going to be cooking or steaming a few slices of pumpkin. So I've got my chicken here all pre-seasoned. I've got 2 thighs, a wing, and a breast. So they were seasoned ahead of time and they're there waiting on you. Right inside here, I have got some cornmeal, flour, a little salt, and I've got here some unsalted butter. So I've got right on over here my water that was coming to a boil, but I had to turn my flame off. I'll be using Jessie to do our frying in, and we're gonna whip up this little meal as fast as possible. I'm gonna show you how, when, and where to start what and whatever. So I'm gonna go get my hands rinsed. Running water in the days is my problem, so I'm gonna get somebody to pour water in my hands, rinse my hands, and when we return we will be making this cornmeal dumpling dough. Probably not in depth because I've got so many videos for who are new here that I have done for you in depth how to make your dumpling dough and how to shape your dumplings and all of that. So what I'll do, I won't be going in depth. I will leave for you in the description of this video videos that I've done showing you how to do your dumpling dough in depth. So I soon come. Okay, I'm back. My hands are clean. They were clean, but you don't know, yeah, make flour. So you want make sure. So all these that you're doing, we're using our hands to wipe our butter out. So these are some of the reasons why your hands must be impeccably clean when you're coming to the kitchen to fix food. Your nails must be low, relatively clean and all of that. And your hands must be clean to your wrists and all of them places especially. So what I use some butter, and this is unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, you don't need to put salt in the dough. So I have salt. I had salt in the cornmeal and in the flour prior to this. So this butter is definitely unsalted butter. So if you're using salted butter, you don't need to put any salt in the mixture. So you're putting making sure your cornmeal, your salt, and your butter, your flour also, you're making sure that all of those are properly incorporated. You don't need to use ice cold water. You need to use regular room temperature water and all of that. I put the butter in there because it gives the dumpling such a nice texture when it's properly cooked. So I think I've done enough and all of that. So you want to pour a little. Remember also when you're using cornmeal, because I've got half flour and half cornmeal, remember that you don't need as much water as when you're using the pure flour. Somebody asked, "Miss Debbie, I am allergic to gluten. What can I use to make dumpling?" I honestly don't know. Probably whole wheat might have in gluten too. I don't know. I don't know what to use to make dumplings, because anything you use to make dumpling, you have to have something for bind it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm gonna go put this dough together now. Remember, when you watch those videos, it will show you a little at a time, and also those videos will tell you if your dough gets too soft, what you're supposed to do. Soon come. Right back at your family, and this is my dough. Okay, so when you use flour only, you can put the dough to rest and give it some time for, you know, I say, if it just let it come together some more to get the softness. Also, you can give it some extra kneading. But when you put cornmeal or when you put other things inside that flour, you don't have to do it overnight. And then too, I put some butter, so you can see here that my dough is quite manageable. See, it's quite manageable. And this method was my mom's method. This is how she would do her dough, and then she would start breaking pieces to make her dumpling. This is my mom's method, you know. So water is relatively hot. It doesn't have to be boiling, because some people think that when the water starts boiling, that is the part when the water is at its highest, or it's the hottest. That's the hottest. No. When that water starts boiling, if you put some water to boil, just a little tip here, for some people that might want to know. Those who don't want to know, you can click off the video, okay? So, when the water starts, you put some water on to come to a boil. When that water is at this point, this is the most heated part. It's at the hottest. When it starts to boil and the steam that is trapped under there starts coming out, it's not at the hottest. It's when it, just before it starts boiling, that's when the water is at its hottest point, okay? That's when it's at its hottest point. As soon as it starts to boil and the steam starts releasing, the temperature is no longer like way up. So, make your dumpling to your liking, cornmeal dumpling, and all of that. Just practice on your dumpling making, family. It just takes some practice. Just practice. And if you're not getting it, when you come look for it on the Jamaican Debbie Deb strain, you're gonna get it. I guarantee you, you'll get it. Gonna go put my dumplings in, and I'll return. Okay, family, dumplings are in, and the water is like boiling. One thing you don't want to do is to cook your hard-boiled food, especially if dumplings are in there in a thin bottom pot. You don't want to cook it in that, because the dumplings will stick to the bottom of the pot and you'll be having problems. So what you want to do now, as soon as they start get a little hard, the water starts hardening them, whether the bottom of the pot is thin or not, you want to give them a little stir. So once you stir them and they start moving around like this, you have no problem. Stir them gently. Don't do them too hard, because they are still, the dough is still, like delicate. So you want to do that. We did put salt in our pot. I normally do that from ever since but I'm gonna cook food or anything like that. As soon as I put the water, I put the salt. That's just how I do it. So you want to taste now? I'm good. So with this dumpling here, you want to cover your pot just like this. We say in Jamaica, half-mast. Not half-past, but half-mast. Because these dumplings, they boil and they come over. You got to watch it, make sure. And then too, when you put the bananas and the dumpling, they come together and they come over. I don't know if it's somebody can tell me in a science field, because if it boil and come over so rapidly. Because we got some scientists here, a lot of scientists, so they can tell me. And then a lot of them will tell you, but you will pick the one that makes sense, because a lot of them are going to tell us what causes it. But you that are in the comment section, family, you read, and then you, my friend, them would I say, use the local wizzy. Because when I throw out questions like these, we get lots and lots of answers. So you will know how to just, choose which one. So they are at the point that they're boiled. Now, you want to let those dumplings cook for a good 15 minutes before you are ready for these green bananas. If the bananas are of a soft nature, if you are the person that can detect when the banana is of a soft nature, then you could let them cook for a pretty good 20 minutes. Then you put your bananas in. I cook my dumplings for half an hour. I don't want my dumpling uncooked, and I like a firm dumpling. What about you? Now that those dumplings are cooking and you're watching the pot, if the flame is too high and it's coming up with a lot of froth and stuff, you can lower the flame. Now we are going to get our pot, which is desi preheated. We are going to be deep fat frying this chicken. So you don't want to start too early. You don't want to fry this fowl first, and when the food cook, the chicken is cold. You cold fried chicken, that's never normally so palatable for me. What about you? So at this point now, we want to go start preheating our oil, and we want to go set some dry mixture, which is a little flour, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to add a little of what we season the chicken with to it. If you want, you can use your salt. Now, you can season your chicken to your liking. I have just used my little homemade something. Sometimes people say, Debbie, why don't you show us? I've showed you so many times to season your chicken. So at this point, I think it's okay for me to season my chicken ahead of time and show you and just to explain to you and to tell you, season your chicken to your liking. You might not necessarily like what I use, because if you're here from a longer time, you know that I use mostly herbs. So season your chicken to your liking. Gonna go now prepare this pot for preheating, and when we return, we'll be flouring our chicken whilst our dumplings are cooking, and in between we'll be ready to put in our banana. Stick and stay. That is how you learn how we do this dish. Me soon come. Okay, we are back and we are putting in, my oil is coming to the stage of where we are preheating our oil, so to speak. And let me show you what is happening. Our dumplings are here still cooking. So they're cooking and coming up to the top. You still want to give a gentle stir. So at the reasonable desired flame on the stove, and you half mask your dumpling pot, it won't boil over and mess up the stove burner. Because we all know that that is not a kitchen experience, or not when nobody love to clean up the dumpling when it out of the stove, when it boil over in the burner and all of them something. No, we don't like that one. Now our oil is being preheating right there. We start ready now for the fry with chicken. So when the dumpling is ready, when the dumplings, the food is ready, I don't know what happened. Maybe I went off there and somebody will tell me what caused it. Yeah. When the chicken starts frying, when we start frying the chicken at this interval, the chicken and the food will be ready almost at the same time. So we'll have hot food and hot fried chicken. Okay? So that is why we are starting now. Whilst the dumpling is there, it's like about 10 minutes cooking now. So within another 5 minutes, we'll be putting in the bananas. And we're going to try to get these 2 slices of pumpkins at the top too. And all of that, providing the pot can hold. So I've got my flour here. And all I will put into my flour is a little black pepper, because I did not put any in the seasoning of the chicken. Okay? And we're not putting a lot like Dr. prescribed it for you, because some people don't even use black pepper. So if you don't have to. It's not compulsory. You might want to re-season your flour here and put some more seasoning in your flour and put some salt. Go ahead. Once I season my chicken thoroughly, the flour is just a coating to give it the crispiness. I don't want any more seasonings. But if you're a person that likes your food really seasoned to the core, go ahead. So at this point, remember, hands must be clean and all of that. You want to just mix your thing. Because remember, this is just flour, and it will not do anything to the seasoning of the chicken. If you want to remove your skins, you can just remove your skins from your chicken. Okay? So what we are doing now, our dumpling is coming there, over there, boiling rigorously, real boiling all fast. So you want to use this dry flour mixture to just coat up your chicken. Coat it and knock the excess and leave it there. We're not using a really thick coating on this. My stove can come down a bit because the dumpling them I kick up rumpus in the pot. So let us go do this. And when you see me next, my oil will be ready. These garlic, will have been already flavored the oil, and we are going to remove them, ready to put in our chicken. And then we're going to proceed in on this little menu, or this little dish. Yep, this little dish of Jamaican all-boiled food and fried chicken. Okay, we are back and our oil is here. We have a wing, we have got 2 thighs and a breast. Now, sometimes we fold the chicken wings and they stay. Sometimes they don't stay. If they don't want to stay, for them problem. Too much we have got now to deal with, to be concerned about a chicken wing that when you fold it, when it stay. In family? Yeah. Our oil is at this stage, so you want to put in, you know, I'm putting in 4 pieces. I think Jessie can deal with it. Try not to overcrowd your pot and all of that. We want to get the natural fried chicken color, and do not do as I did right there. Don't put your hand down in there. Use your fork, okay? You want to fit it right in there at this pace. This is a pace that we'll be frying at. We want it juicy and tender and nice, so we'll be covering, okay? Now I'm going to go get my hands cleaned up and all of that, and I'm going to be starting. It's a perfect time to come and put in my green bananas. I'm going to go get my hands clean from this flour, and may I come back to come start putting the bananas. I soon come. I am back, and all I've done, I've just used a little cooking oil to grease my hands so as not to let the bananas, the banana stains. This thing has a lot of stains, as I showed you before. Now right on over here, our dumplings, you see them? They're like halfway cooked. When you look at them, let me show you, show them up there. Your dumplings are halfway cooked. Some people ready for eating them, but not for me. Okay? Also, remember, you must have hot water in case when you put the rest of your food in your pot, the water seems like it's a little bit less, or you see the water cannot cover the food. Don't be deterred. Just put some more water, but not cold water, hot water. And that is why I always insist that you have got a kettle, a pot of hot water at all times when you start cooking. Now, no, you are no stranger. Oh, one more thing. When you use your garlic to flavor your oil for frying, for steaming, this is how it must come out. You're not to get it come out burn up and darker than this. Okay, I'm going to use this garlic again to get out the rest of the inside of it. But you will see as I go along. You're no stranger to me peeling bananas. I'm just going to show you how I core, and then I try to find right here. And you don't go too deep, and then you start peeling. I'm gonna go put my bananas in, and I'll return. Then I think it will be the perfect time to be checking on our chicken that has started frying. Yeah, everything must be ready almost at the same time, because our food hot, our chicken, we fry chicken hot. Gotcha. I'm back, and we're gonna be checking on our chicken. So my chicken is there. I turn my flame down. And this is the color that we want the chicken come with. That natural, we don't put any paprika and any other coloring, because we want it come with that natural, you know, golden, just a natural fried chicken color. So we're going to leave it at that. Right on over here now, we can move. If you look, you realize that the froth is building. And if you turn the flame up more, it will be more. It will be just, it just start cooking hard. So now that is coming to a boil and all of that is happening, we are going to let it cook for another 5 minutes, the banana halfway. We're putting these 3 little thin slices of pumpkin at the top. So we're going to give it another 4 to 5 minutes cooking, and then we'll put it in there. If you put it in, and I think, look, you know, looking at it, you see you have got enough space. When you turn the food, you stir around the food, you realize that there's a little space in the pot with, you know, extra space with the liquid to take in something else. That is how you check, okay? Because, you know, oftentimes people cook, and meanwhile the food cooking, it's not even properly cooked, but the water is just, you know, receive just a jar. Too much food, less water in the pot and too much food. You must always know your water level to the amount of food. But as I said before, if it starts showing you that it needs more water, you just add some hot water, not cold water. This is how I do it on the Jamaican cooking journey. As I go along, I educate you a bit, I talk, I give you a little talking, and I also do some action. Mind you, if you're new here, some people tend to tell me that I talk too much and they don't like it. But you know what? I can't please everyone. And I'm not about to please everyone. That's going to be too much for me. So whosoever will, may like. Get you. Okay, we are back, family. This is our food pot. Everything is cooked and they're in there. The water is keeping them warm. Now, our chicken is right here. They have been fried, properly fried. And we didn't use any hand towel to drain them on. We just hold them until most of the grease has dripped from them. Because we want them to stay crispy. And you know, when you put them on the hand towel, them get saggy and all of that. Now, this is the perfect time for us to make gravy because our food is still hot. So, I tell you that I was going to use these garlic again. So, I have them in there with a few slices of green Scotch bonnet. Could be ripe too, if you have. Right? And I'm going to be using about this in green thyme. So, you do you and use what you have. If you want more, then you could use more. Now, what is inside here is the very, all that little sediment. People say, no, don't call it sediment. But what we have left back, we threw off most of our oil from the fried chicken. So we're using that little, yeah, it is sediment. That little thing that came off the flour mixer, that little extra, it will give this gravy a little thickness. So we are just swirling it around in there. And the very first thing we are going to be putting in is some ketchup. If you don't want ketchup, do not put any ketchup. Just use what you want. We want some thick, nice, easy to make gravy. Now you are going to put a little white distilled vinegar or the half of that in apple cider. The vinegar gives the ketchup a nice little taste. Why? The ketchup has a little sweetness to it, and the vinegar with that little acidity does enhance it. A little boiling water at this point and continue to stir. Turn your flame down and all of that. Just a little touch of black pepper, not a lot. It wasn't prescribed for us, just to give it a little taste. A little more. And you want to put, if you're a Jamaican, you might want to put a little of our, you know, pepper sauce, table pepper sauce. And that's just it. If you love salt and whole heap of salt, you can put a little salt. It doesn't need any salt. Look at me. And you give it a few stirs. Everything that you're looking for, like get your flame down, is in this gravy. You want that nice, thick, rich gravy. Yes, good gravy. And it's not hard. The base of it should be some ketchup. Choose your ketchup of choice. If you don't want to use ketchup, use something else. Some people really don't want to use the ketchup, but this is what I use most of the time. You could use some cornstarch and some red food coloring and all of that. Do what you want. You give it a few stirs, and you know you're not going to put these little things of thyme and stuff, are just to flavor it. Look at this little gravy. Nice and thick and all of that. Very low. We're going now to plate you up some hard-boiled food, some fried chicken with some nice little gravy. Me soon come. All plated up for you, family. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is Jamaican hard-boiled food and fried chicken done with gravy from scratch. Please do enjoy. Now, if you have watched this video until you have reached this point, I just want to say thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Remember to make sure, if you're not yet subscribed, remember to make sure you're subscribed. I had to go change. Our heat wave is passing through, family. This one worse than all because it started all last night. We got a little rains this morning and it wasn't enough. Something is going really off key in a Jamaica, yeah, where we live. Anywho, so thanks for the love, thanks for the support, thanks for making it this far, as I said before in the video. Okay, and we have got our PayPal out. We have got all our little our little merch going on and all of that. Those who would like to get on to me, my Instagram is there also in the description of the video. Also my email address. Thank you so much for the love again once more. Remember to be you, do you. Most of all, love you.